afternoon. If you're living on the East Coast, good morning. If you're living on the West Coast, and hello to you if you are living anywhere else in the world. If you've been here before, I'd like to welcome you back. If you're here for the first time, I'd like to welcome you to the YouTube page of Khalid Bey. I am Khalid Bey. And today I want to talk about a book that I've written titled The African American Dilemma. It's very fitting for the current circumstances, considering the turmoil, the controversy that is plaguing our society right now. There's a lot of concern, a lot of issues over institutionalized racism, racial indifference, racial ignorance. And so this book, as far as I'm concerned, is fitting for the moment. I am going to stick to my promise. I'm not going to talk you to death, and so my videos will be short. I am today going to read the introduction to this book, and if necessary, provide some commentary. If not, I won't. But ultimately, the hope is that you'll find something interesting in what I read, and it will motivate you to purchase a copy of the book by clicking the link you see at the bottom of this screen. I'm going to ask you ahead of time to forgive me for putting my head down while I'm reading, but I hope that you follow along and I hope that you find the information useful. When one takes the time to reflect on the reported aspirations of the founding fathers of this great nation, one can't help but wonder what happened. If freedom, justice, and equality are the principal concepts of our nation, and if this great American experiment was a test of our willfulness to share in the responsibility and to compromise to assure that these three ideas remain our chief cornerstone, then to date, we have failed miserably. Efforts made during the civil rights movement in the 60s have led the way in attempts to eliminate bureaucratic racism. Many new opportunities have now surfaced, not just for African Americans, but for all minority groups. And in November of 2008, America witnessed history with our election of the nation's first president of color. But how far have we really come? If I was at one time very prejudiced against Asians, but changes in the laws of the society in which I live forbade me from openly expressing my dislike for Asians, have my negative thoughts of Asians really changed? Or have I simply suppressed them? What good are my words if my every action is a contradiction? American society, like many other societies around the world, suffers from the worst type of disease, prejudice and selfishness fueled by fear and ignorance. Once you've mixed this dis-ease with a survival of the fittest type thinking, what you have is intellectual and moral anarchy. I believe that the first step toward dealing with this condition is to identify its cause, for only with the identification of its cause can we begin to understand its nature. Such an understanding could eventually lead us to the discovery of a cure. I speak of this dis-ease as it because it has appeared to have taken on a life of its own. I also speak of it as a condition or an illness, a plague, because it has infected the minds and the hearts of many for well over 20 decades. It is my hope that this small contribution will assist the many who have made the efforts thus far in the eradication of this terrible condition. And that is the end of the introduction. I hope that what you've heard motivates you at least, one, to either purchase the book, or two, to come back and watch another video. In the next video, I will talk about and or read the first chapter for your consideration. I hope that you found what was initially shared interesting. Please give consideration to clicking the link below. Make a purchase if you are so moved. And I hope to see you again on the next video. Appreciate you being here. Peace.